Hello subscribers and non-subscribers, and welcome to Let's Preview Airships Conquer the Skies. So, one thing I want to go ahead and note, because I kind of have to avoid getting into trouble, I did not purchase this game. I got the key after requesting it through Keymailer. And the devs decided, yeah, I think that's a good channel to give a key to or whatever. So, yes, I didn't purchase the game. I got the key after requesting it. So this game, about a week ago or so, as of recording this, it might be a little bit closer to 2 weeks by the time this video actually goes up, left Steam Early Access. So let's go ahead, and I'm just going to go ahead and load an ongoing save that I have from a couple of days ago. Well, actually, technically yesterday as of recording this, because I ended up playing it, yes, as you can see, until about 12:30 in the morning, after starting, I think, about something on the 18th. Make sure I pause the game first. So, in this game, you get to design airships. You can technically also design land ships if you want, but I've got a land ship, but I don't really use it. Airships are just a whole hell of a lot better, in my opinion. They really just seem to actually function a lot better. But, yeah. So, originally I started out with just a little bit of territory over here, but I've since expanded. I've got 2 fleets. Technically I should probably try and get a 3rd if I really wanted to, but we're kind of hurting in the money department, so we haven't quite done that. There is also a tech tree to research some better stuff, along with a bit of a limited research budget controls. I'm currently researching legs because I'm trying to get to researching heavy steel armor so I can have better, well, armor for my ships. Although it does have an issue. Well, not really an issue, but obviously heavier armor weighs more, which decreases the service ceiling of your ships. But let's go ahead and just design a ship real quick. I may not actually use it, but let's go ahead and design a ship to actually sort of show off how it works. So there's a couple of things you need for a ship, period. For an airship in particular, you need something to generate lift. You have a couple of options. You have suspendium, which is sort of the normal way in which you'll try to generate lift, or you can use tanks, and they generate some lift, but they are to a degree vulnerable because they're kind of going to have to be on the outside of your ship as far as I know. Whoops, I did not want to put you down there. I wanted to delete that. So let's go and put down a large suspendium chamber. Large ones do actually have to have space above them, so you can't put them like in the center of your ship or anything. So that generates, how much lift was it? That generates 5,000 lift, which gives us currently with just this a service ceiling of 2,000 meters. That's a lot. I don't even know if the maps go up that high. You also need ammo if you want to have any guns. You need a bridge if you want to be able to issue any orders. You also need coal if you want to be able to, you know, actually move the ship, and to also provide coal to the suspendium chamber. You're also probably going to want a fire point because, you know, this stuff can catch fire. Because, surprise, surprise, coal, suspendium, and ammo tend to catch fire and potentially explode. So, like I said, probably a good idea to have that. You also probably want either a repair bay or a machine shop. Machine shop has more supplies compared to a repair bay, by quite a bit in fact, so it's great for a large ship like ours is going to be, because why not? As it stands right now, we cannot actually afford to build this design, and we haven't even had any guns or crew. So, that's something to take into account. You do need to build ships that you can actually afford. Now, let's go and put down a large propeller. And we have some things that I've researched, so you know what, let's go and put a heavy cannon on, because why not? It seems like fun. And I kind of like to have a rear-facing weapon as well, so we'll put one of them down there as well. Well, I guess I need to figure out where I want the actual bottom of the ship to be before I put down a ventral turret. And I also have researched Hussar base, so I could technically build a carrier if I wanted to. I don't know how effective these really are. I've only fought against somebody that used them once, and they didn't do too hot. So I'm thinking Hussar bays are sort of that, it's cool, so I'm gonna put it on my ship, even if it's not really the most effective use of space. But I could be wrong about that. I could certainly be wrong about that, so we'll see. Let's go and put a telescope there. And as you can see, this doesn't come with a ladder, so it's considered disconnected from the rest of the ship right now, so I wouldn't be able to actually use this design. I could save it, but I wouldn't be able to use it. And I should probably put a sick bay. I've kind of neglected putting ship bays on my ships in the past, so that's something I should try and correct. Now, for smaller ships, you can actually technically use a cockpit, but a bridge is probably better overall. Yeah, that's quite a bit more HP. Yeah, the weight to HP ratio is more in favor of a bridge compared to a cockpit, but technically you could use a cockpit if you wanted to. Let's go and add some corridors with ladders. Put that there because I would love put in a bomb bay up front. Also, yeah, let's put some Gatling guns in. Just so that there is a little bit of protection from lighter things. Which means I need to put down another corridor with a ladder. That still doesn't actually connect you. There you go. Now you're connected. Now, is that enough coal? I don't know. Let's slap in another coal thing because I don't think 50 is a good number for a large suspendium chamber. What else do I want to add? Well, I need more crew, actually. Just a little bit more. Let's do a berth, because it's nice and small. No, switch back to the berth. Now, the game recommends a crew of 33, so I should probably go and slap a quarter there, and that's good. Let's go down to resources, because I do need to provide the ship with some supplies. So let's put a supply hatch there and there. That's good. Very expensive ship. But oh no, the game's currently equipped it with wooden armor. So, different armors have different things. So wood walls have no protection, basically. They absorb 1 piercing damage, and that's it. But they're also free. They cost absolutely nothing to your ship, which allows you to decrease costs. But as I said, they provide basically no protection. So they're probably not the best choice, really. You should probably go always with at least wooden armor. You can choose to upgrade to a steel wall, however, if you want, which will generally protect you from rifles. I don't think they will protect you from muskets. Muskets are slower firing, but if I recall correctly, they have slightly more piercing damage compared to rifles. Muskets have piercing damage of 9, rifles have 5. So, no, steel walls won't fully protect you from even rifles. So they're actually not nearly as effective as I would have expected. So you can decide to go and switch to steel armor if you want instead, which is a hell of a lot better, but also weighs like 10 times more than steel wall. And still won't fully protect you from rifles. I know it will fully protect you from rifles, but it still won't fully protect you from muskets. And I don't think there's ever a point to go with brick walls or stone walls. They're absolute crap, honestly. Maybe for a land ship, those are worthwhile, but other than a land ship, probably never use those. As you can see, our service ceiling has dropped down to 70 meters. This thing can barely get off the ground. And I've also realized that I apparently forgot to add a ladder for you. Well, or at least a corridor, one of the two. This thing costs 30,000 to build, just one of them. And the reality is, it probably isn't the most effective. Adding that corridor and a corridor with a ladder, along with the armor for it, just drops us down an extra 2 meters. So, yes, this probably isn't the most effective design. I have other designs, though. Such as this one. Sort of a, I guess, jack of all trades, master of none, realistically speaking. It has bomb bays to help deal with fortifications, and then some rifles and cannons to deal with airships, along with a ventral turret to either help with airships or with ground targets. Although I don't think it's actually that effective at ground targets so far. I could probably drop it and not notice a significant difference in the capabilities of this ship. I think this ship still uses wooden armor, though. I don't think I've switched it to stone. No, I have. It is using steel wall. Okay, I didn't realize that. I thought it was still using wooden armor. Yeah, there really is no reason to use wooden armor. You start out with steel wall if you start with tech level 1 at the game creation. And while it has a little bit less HP, it weighs less and provides better absorption to blast damage, but it's the same to piercing damage. So I don't know why anyone would use wooden armor. Steel walls just seems better. And it's not like it's more expensive to make up for that. You can also decorate your ship if you want. I do that. I've also got another design. Much larger, sort of the ship of the line, for lack of a better term, of ours. And it does a decent job, but it is also really freaking expensive. But let's go ahead and get into a battle so we can actually show what those are like. So these guys over here, because you're basically at war with everybody. There's no actual peace mechanic for you as the player. The AI can get into alliances. I don't know exactly how that functions. I'm thinking it's more of a non-aggression pact, really. As in, they won't attack one another, but they're not exactly friends, realistically speaking. Now, these guys are missing their ship of the line, but they should be fine. Let's go and send a spy here who teleports there and see what's going on. So, all they have is this, looks like wooden armor, a little bit of wood wall, and some more wooden armor. And they've added some nice decorations to the side and whatnot, but overall this thing is really crap. We can just sort of punch through it. And they don't currently have a fortification built. It's in the process of being built. I don't know how long it'll take, but they don't technically have one yet. So we're going to go ahead and invade them to show off combat. Because I'm moving to attack them, they should keep that there, thinking that it'll actually do them good. It won't. But first I have to deal with this, which this isn't defended. And they're attacking with a dragon. We're not going to win that. We're not going to do any substantial damage to a dragon. These guys have dragons. Yes. That is an option. I think you have to have your coat of arms set up in a way that allows that. I don't think by default you can actually use dragons, but I could be wrong. I certainly haven't found a way yet. We even fly above these guys. By default, the game always deploys your guys to the highest they can fly, so yeah, we're way above these guys, and they managed to build the fortification in time. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these two, we're going to send them over here to just bomb that into oblivion. These guys Arg. Oh, they surrendered. Okay, we'll try again with the battle because these guys decided they couldn't be bothered to actually fight us, apparently. So, what do you have over here? Is this one well defended? No, it's not. So you'll probably just give up if I go over there. What about over here? Is this one? Oh, that one's a little bit more defended. And you are using rockets. Rockets are a pain in the ass to deal with. But, looks like it's basically just one set of rockets for each and a cannon. It's not even good armor. They're using wood. And then they've added some structural struts just to make it look nice. Because otherwise it would look a little weird with the cannon hanging out. Let's go ahead and invade this one, because this one actually has oh no, you're going over there. You've changed your plans, decided, oh, we're going to go here instead. That's fine. I can live with that. Oh, also. Yes. Do you have everything? You do. They still have the dragon there, and they have this because they didn't get to blow it up, because I just kind of left it. Which means that's going to be a pain in the ass to take. But we'll take it. Let's go ahead, you know what? I'm going to send you over there to take that. Hopefully this time they won't surrender because they have 2 fortifications as opposed to just 1. But we'll see. Nope, they surrendered again. Okay. You guys got to stop surrendering. You're kind of ruining this. Here we go. This place is actually defended. Maybe this time they won't surrender. And we researched legs. Wonderful. You know, I wouldn't mind faster reload on cannons. Let's actually work our way to that. So let's get harpooners. Please don't surrender this time because you actually have quite a few rockets. And this place is actually defended with some decent armor. I think that's steel. I don't know. Whatever it is, you're actually got some defenses, so... You know, let's not surrender this time, guys. Also, it looks like your ship didn't arrive in time, so it's going to be out of the battle this time around. Which I'm fine with. We're just going to focus on trying to get above them first. I'll go down so our shots are more accurate. I am going to say, let's focus on these guys, if you don't mind. You need to pull up just a little bit. There we go. And they surrendered after that. Obviously we took some damage, so we're going to have to repair our stuff. Once we repair, we'll go finish them off over here. So they are building a factual fortress here. Let's go finish them off. But first, we're going to fight here, and it looks like they sent the dragon away. Oh no. Now they have 2. So that'll be fun. I think we're going to focus on the dragons, and sadly they have the same ceiling, or service ceiling as us, so I can't exactly drop bombs on them until they decide to go under us, which they typically do. And I keep forgetting, I actually meant to upgrade these guys. Swap out their cannons for Gatling guns, they'd be much more effective. Much faster firing. But oh well, we'll live. You pull back. No, 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 I didn't mean for all of you guys to do that. I meant for just you, my friend, to pull back. Yes, dragons exist, but we've dealt with them now, and they surrender because of that. Wonderful. But I assume you're damaged and need to be repaired. Because fire kind of does that. It's not really a surprise. If I had the money, I could also blow their stuff up and then incite a rebellion. So let's go ahead and finish these guys off. They should surrender. As we... yeah, okay. Our guy's already saying the day is ours, so they already surrendered as soon as we started. This shouldn't be too well defended. Let's go take that out. Finish those guys off. Oh no, it is well defended. Tons of rockets. Fun! I hate dealing with rockets. They're always a pain in the ass. And they can fire in a 360-degree arc, so... you know, I don't exactly have the luxury of being able to get in a spot where they can't shoot. So I just kind of have to get as many bombs as I can on them as quickly as possible. Luckily, bombs don't seem to have any real degree of friendly fire. These guys are screwed, though. I can't issue orders, and I think their suspendium might have been damaged, and that's why they dropped down and hit the other one. But they didn't get destroyed, so I can send them back home to repair. Lucky them. They don't end up dead. Reminds me, I do mean to go ahead and actually build a... oh, I don't have the money yet. It's 2,000 something, so we can't do that. Now, how well defended is this? You got one of those and then this. Okay, that's not too well defended. And larger shipyards produce things faster. It doesn't necessarily mean you can build more at a time. It just means that they build them faster. So a huge shipyard is great for building a very large ship, like our sort of ship of the line. Now the reality is I should probably send this fleet up here to deal with these guys, and then it would just be me and Red left, which should be relatively easy to deal with. Also, the game does appear to, for every person you take over, it adds like their flag to your thing, which is actually kind of cool looking, to be honest. Because, yeah. And I don't know if like the size of it has any relevance as to how large they were. But, yeah, you know, we're going to go down to, I think, medium. Secret police, I don't think we need severe anymore. We don't seem to be needing to deal with people sabotaging our production as much anymore. And these guys are going to attack here with their dragon. You guys are not prepared for a dragon because I'm never prepared for a dragon. Oh, but it's going to sit there. If it's just going to sit there, let's try and be accurate, guys. I don't know why it's doing that. They don't, okay, they don't have like a ground thing, so for whatever reason, it's just going to sit there and I think let us waste our ammo. So I'm just going to tell our guys to hold fire. Hopefully it leaves or decides to come and actually attack us. Okay, they surrendered. Wonderful, we got harpooners. Let's go and get the elite infantry so I can get faster reload times. Okay, you guys are perfectly fine. I expected you needed to get heals, but apparently not. I am going to say let's go over here, take this out. Oh, come on. Don't know why spacebar wasn't unpausing. What can you tell me about this? Tons of rockets! Okay, we're not attacking there. That has a little bit of rockets. A little bit of rockets. A little bit. Can I actually... No, I cannot. Okay, I can incite a revolt here, apparently. So let's go and do that. That does not give me their land. But it does weaken them. These guys have a little bit less money now that they can drop into other stuff. I can incite another revolt here. These things do actually cost money to maintain. So if you take enough of their money or their income, they should in theory eventually have to destroy them. I don't know if they actually will. But in theory they should. Oops. Oh yes, we're attacking here. Didn't realize we arrived. Okay, they did manage to fortify that. Or actually build that one. So this is gonna... potentially will take some serious damage here, but this is a large shipyard. And I wanted to take it because it seems to be where they're pumping out their dragons. Although technically they can do it anywhere. Now what I am gonna do with you, however, I'm gonna move you back. I'm just sort of gonna build a wall of ships. I need you to go up a little bit. No, 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 no. No, no, you're supposed to go up, you fool. You fools! What the hell were you thinking? I said go up. You need to move. Like, just get out of here. There we go, dragging down. And then they surrendered, wonderful. Did we actually, yes, we lost one of our ships here. So I do need to rebuild one of the smaller ships. I don't quite have the money to do that right now, but I will. And okay, these guys made an okay. Okay, so alliances actually don't work at all the way I expected. Or, well, wait. No, okay, yeah, no, I think it's just a mislabeling here. It looks like alliances actually function more like a vassalization rather than anything else. When they make an alliance, they basically merge together to form one new sort of species, or well, not species, but nation. Okay. But yeah, no, I still don't have any real functionality over that. There's no diplomacy for, again, you the player, so... Yeah, I think I'm just gonna blow all these up with money. I'm just basically gonna try and save the money to blow them all up, because that's really the only effective strategy that I have here. Oh, you guys need repairs. I didn't realize that. And I assume that's a dragon. This place has some rockets. But it does need repairs. Okay, I don't think you're going to be ready in time, so cancel that and you're just going to have to do with how you're set up. But it's only 2 rockets and a rifle, or maybe a musket. I can't tell what that is. It's one of the 2. Let's go ahead and invade here. It should be fairly lightly defended. Yep, very lightly defended, in fact. Oh, you fools. Okay, they surrendered. Never mind. I mean, that works, but... No! Not a dragon this time, actually. A little unexpected, actually. I really was expecting a dragon. Looks like steel wall armor, though. At least in some areas. Mostly wooden armor. Okay. I think you guys will actually be okay with this. Especially if they're just going to sit there. Did they not put weapons on this? I've noticed sometimes the AI ships don't appear to have actual weapons on them. I'm not quite sure why that happens. I mean, maybe they do, I just can't tell what's an actual weapon or what's supposed to be the bridge. I think that's supposed to be the bridge there, though. So I don't think they put actual weapons on this thing. Yeah, you guys aren't really doing a great job either. If I tell you to stop firing, will they decide to surrender? Since we're not wasting ammo? Because if we run out of ammo, it does auto-end. Yep, they surrendered. They realized, crap, we can't do that. And decided, fine, well, I can incite a revolt here. And then that guy will like, oh, yes. Yes, incite a revolt there. That guy's gonna run there. Hopefully get overrun. Or at least take serious okay. Well, he did serious damage, so... We're just gonna go here and take it over. Yeah. I'll deal with them. Maybe. Yeah, my cannons don't typically explode, so we're just gonna go for the faster reload. These guys shouldn't have time to build any real stuff, so... This should be a cakewalk. Oh no, they have weapons. Looks like a flamethrower. And they actually put it where the dragon head is, so it looks like the dragon's breathing fire. That's actually kind of cool. But we're just sort of gonna drop under them, and you all just drop bombs on them. Oh shit, they knocked out one of our suspendium chambers. Victory, we got him. Wonderful. Okay, but apparently we were able to insta-repair the suspendium chamber. Wonderful. These brigands have learned how to create larger ships. So I'm gonna have to deal with that now. But these guys need another one of those. Because I typically have 5 of those in one of our larger ships of the line. You guys should be able to just... Oh, okay, no, that's well defended. Okay. Tons of rockets. Yeah, I'm not going to go anywhere that has tons of rockets, because those are a real pain in the ass to deal with. There's no real countermeasures. You just kind of have to hope they don't hit you. Ring fast should be fairly easy to take over. It has a thing of cannons, so... That's all cannons and a little bit of riflemen or something. I don't know what that is. It's not any weapon that seems familiar to me. But we're just gonna go. Everybody, start, move over here. They got some big guns. But they can't shoot up. So once we get over top of them, they're just gonna drop. Okay, you guys go up just a little bit. No, you idiots. Up. Okay, I'll tell you to go up first. I know you're supposed to go in a straight line. Oh, did they already give up? Yep, looks like they gave up. Wonderful. It costs 2,800 to destroy those. So I'm gonna need a nice little hefty sum of cash. Ooh, the land ship. Okay, we'll get to see how this thing fares against the land ship. I'm gonna assume not particularly effectively. Oh! Okay, it's a land ship with legs rather than tracks. I think legs are supposed to be faster than tracks, but I assume they're also sort of more vulnerable. If you lose legs, you presumably can't move anymore. While tracks are probably a little bit harder to do. But we'll see. They also have rockets of their own. Apparently the game also remembers my set. Oh, they're using a massive rocket. Where are you guys aiming? We'll just zoom to fit and sort of see how this works, because I don't think either of us are going to be particularly effective. Rockets are very inaccurate. They mostly do damage when somebody happens to move into it. Okay, now they're actually hurting us. We don't seem to be doing much. I think that might be stone that they're using. We don't seem to be particularly effective. So we're just gonna flee so that the fortification survives, and I'm gonna have the airships come down here and deal with them. Oh yes, awesome. I kind of want to just let's see. I want to go just deal with these guys. So you know what? Let's pay to blow that up, and I want you to go and invade. Just fly over there and wreck them. Ooh, they destroyed it. I guess fleeing still destroys it. I didn't really pay too much attention to it, to be honest. You guys drop down just a little bit. You guys go up a little. The sun shouldn't be in our eyes because, you know, we're shooting down. Are there downsides to this strategy of all my guys being later on top of one another? Yes. If the guys on the top fall, they can bring everybody else down, but if I knock the enemy out fast enough, they can't do anything about it, so it's kind of been my strategy. Is basically just don't let the enemy survive long enough to do that. And it generally seems to work. No resistance, so we just fly in and land. You go and invade over there. Is this well defended? It is. Not anymore. It's good having money. Makes things a whole hell of a lot easier. Go over there and just take it over. This is going to take a while. I think I'm just going to save the money for that one. It's a little bit easier, I think. I am going to go ahead and actually build our larger ship over here. You cannot move to intercept, but you can move to get over there. And yeah, we didn't repair that. I don't know what they're attacking with, but whatever it is, it's probably going to do a good job. Oh, it's that thing again. Hold your fire, guys. Just wait. It'll piss off eventually. Let's go to Black Spire. We'll take that over easily. Yes, wonderful. Got the cannons. Let's get heavy turrets. I don't know what those are like. I assume they're heavy. Hence the name. You can just deal with him, I think. You guys are gonna go deal with the fortification. I kind of want you to focus fire on him. All things. Okay, they surrendered. Can't say I blame them. That is fairly well defended. We're just gonna blow that up and then go down there and take it. Oh, I think they destroyed it once they arrived. They didn't want it anymore. Or maybe they tried to repair it. That's another reason it can disappear, is they wanted to repair it. Potentially, but I arrived and so it's now permanently destroyed. Just straight up deleted from the map. I have some choices. I can go up here, which has one of those larger rocket towers that is very lightly defended. I could just blow up the defenses and waltz on in, which is sort of what I'm inclined to do, all things considered. Yeah, I think we're going to just try and finish off red. And then I'll end this video. You all can make up your mind as to how you feel about the game. Personally, I like it. I'm going to blow that up. And then just waltz on in. Don't have the money for that. I'm going to blow that one up and just waltz on in. Yeah, you don't have to have your stuff connected if you're attacking with airships. Airships just kind of go wherever the hell they please. Yeah, these guys aren't going to be around for too much longer. This game technically allows for very quick matches. Relatively speaking, compared to something like Stellaris or EU. Obviously not exactly in the same genre. But you get my point. This one can have fairly quick matches. Especially once you're in the late game and you sort of have money and you can just kind of spend money to blow up everybody's stuff. That one's fairly well defended, so I'm not going to be able to just walk on in. That is not very well defended. So we're just gonna pay to blow it up and then fly over there and take it. And obviously the more land you have, the more money you make, which means the faster you can spend to just blow up other people's stuff. You are not allowed to blow up more than one thing on the same turn, though, or whatever it is. I don't know what the wait period is for being able to pay to blow something up again. Which is kind of why taking this up here is going to be a real pain in the ass. Because it's going to be a lot of waiting. And they're probably going to... Yeah, you get heavy turrets. Okay, it says it's or, actually. You know, that's interesting. It's supposed to be that or that. It looks like it may not actually be an or. And you can just kind of have everything. Let's get triplanes. No, aerial torpedoes are actually... Those sound like fun. Yeah, this is somewhat defended. I'm just sort of gonna reserve all of those and then just send you. Yeah, they surrender. Just one of those things is enough to force their surrender. They realize, nope, we don't want to deal with that. This is going to take away a lot of their money, and I assume dragons are expensive. I could be wrong. Holy crap, that is well defended. I assume that's their capital. That's a little bit defended. How well defended is that? That's also fairly well defended. Okay. We're going to just send you up to Lolet. And just kind of wait. Ah, your thing is done. There are also monsters. Yeah, I mean, pirates. They were brigands, now they're pirates. We got the mad scientist over here who periodically will attack stuff. Generally, they've left me alone, but they have attacked me once before. Brigands are attacking me. You there. You're not going to do anything. We'll let them. Those guys have also become actual pirates now. Do any of you guys need repairs? Also, okay, our flag's showing the wrong flag there. Do we own anybody that has that flag? I don't think so. It's just a completely different flag that's being shown there now. Is it like that if I try to build a ship? Well, design one, rather. Decorate. Okay, I need to put some stuff down. There we go. Decorate, does it show that same? No, it doesn't. I don't know why it's showing the weird flag there then. It just is. Blow up your stuff. I assume it's the case because they're on high alert. I can't do it, so I need to wait for high alert to go away, and then I can pay to blow up their stuff. Let's take that. Ah, they did something at Tixie. Oh, over there. I could strengthen my secret police, or I can just say it really doesn't matter. Also, let's scrap that. That's stuff that shouldn't be there anymore. That's going to take a little while. I could incite a revolt there, though. That's 15 income that they lose. Oh, what's down here? I assume it's not well... Yeah, I figured that wasn't going to be well defended. It's out on... across the ocean. There's no reason for it to be well defended, realistically speaking. Outside of just because they felt like it. Well, no, actually, looking at the different sizes, that should be your capital, I think. Or does the size... Okay, no, the size doesn't matter. Is the size meant to reflect something, like the income? No, because this looks comparatively smaller than ours. I don't know. That is interesting. I'm not quite sure what those are supposed to be. Yeah, that's a lot of losses there. Now I can blow up more of your stuff. We'll finish these guys off. I don't know how long this has actually gone for because I'm using Bandicam, which doesn't tell me how long something's been going for. These guys, I think, are sort of out of money, so they're not going to be a real threat. I will actually potentially do an actual Let's Play of this at some point in the future. I do enjoy it. So aerial torpedoes. What's their firing arc? Or are they like rockets? They just fire straight out and then they can hit whatever. But cannot be fired at close range. Okay, so they are more of a support thing. Here we go. Heavy turrets. Probably really good for defenses, not so much for ships, because, yeah, they can only really fire up. Well, up and straight ahead of them. Sadly, flipped just means it's facing to the left rather than to the right. So, yeah. There's no, like, flipped as in upside down. Which I wouldn't complain about if there was. That would actually be a little helpful. Also, I do have a computer that could use them, but they're pretty heavy. Weight of 500. So, again, you're probably not going to generally use them on a ship. But something like a defensive platform, certainly. Air Dragoon. Okay, so you have Marines, which are your basic boarders. Grenadiers are your upgraded boarders. And Air Dragoons are your even better boarders. I think these are the highest tier. I haven't... The only time I did boarding was when the tutorial made me. I haven't done it since, mostly because I don't see a reason to. It just seems as though it's a lot faster to just blow up the enemy than it is to try and board them and hope you win the boarding action. And then that just gives you a ship that's probably not that great. But I think, yeah, these guys I think are hurting for money. I've really only ever seen them use the dragons and then that other ship that has a flamethrower on it. Right, and then, of course, recently now that land ship. Yeah, we're bringing in tons of money. Holy crap. I don't think I can spend this fast enough. Well, I say that. That's not true. I actually can't spend it fast enough if I really try hard enough. I probably should have spent that on the more expensive thing. Those are the real threats, the more expensive things. Yeah, this one has a lot of stuff, but it's not the biggest tower. I might just go and take that. You know what? We're going to go ahead and take Okut. You just keep blowing up their stuff because we have the money to spend to blow up their stuff. So why not? They are building a ship there. I could sabotage production. I don't think that actually set it back nearly as significantly as they implied it would. And they've surrendered. The rocket didn't even get to us in time. Oh, now they built a smaller version of it because they realized they don't have the money to build the larger one. So they said, we'll just build a small one. It'll work just as well. Don't worry, we are going to close in on them. Just make sure you drop the bombs because it's all wood. They should fall apart fairly quickly. Yeah. A couple more bombs, guys. They're kind of on fire, and I think we've destroyed their rockets, which are clearly their primary armament. You don't need to drop any more. Ooh, is that what they decided to spend their money on? A ship with a single weapon, I think. The massive rocket. And guess what? I could pay to blow it up. But that one's not the biggest threat. I'm gonna blow that up. I could have also tried to bribe this thing if I cared to. We're not going to because I don't care to. I could probably take that right now if I wanted to. There we go. You waltz on in there. There we go. Those guys have been dealt with, and we add another flag to our flag. I could also try and deal with that Stone Guardian. I haven't actually fought the Stone Guardian, so I don't know how well that works. I have dealt with pirates, though. They can be annoying, but that's about it, really. I'm going to send you here. That's fine. I'll just take out your ship. Because I think it's using bricks for its armor. I can't really tell. It definitely doesn't look like steel wall. It might be full on steel armor, but then they have a crappy suspendium chamber. I shouldn't need more than just you. That thing should take forever to reload. And there we go. We set it on fire. And their ship is too small to have a fire point. So, nice little explosion. And they surrendered. They still managed to survive, surprisingly. And the ship looks like it's in perfect health. Which I think is a load of bullcrap. So we're going to invade and take their stuff. Mech spiders sound interesting. Okay, you guys are going to deal with the fortification, and this guy is going to deal with his enemy, that thing. They might be coming at us from out of the sun, but it doesn't really matter. Oh, that really fucked with our armor. Holy crap. But once that thing became immobile, they surrendered. They weren't going to be able to do anything. Do you guys need any repairs? Yes, the anvil does, but that's the only thing. That's partly because it took a massive rocket to the face. It's a fairly literal massive rocket. I think you guys can finish that off. We're just going to go and actually, I think, finish this game, and that'll be the end of this video. Oh, wow. They're not even trying anymore. They've literally just said, screw it. We can't win. Which I won't complain about. Means I don't take damage. So, pirates. They do have an airship, but it's crap. I think it's using wooden wall, in fact. And then they have a couple of land ships, and then their actual fortification. These guys technically should be able to build larger things. I think they just can't afford it because they're kind of crap at the whole raiding thing. So I'm going to take two of you and have you come over here and deal with that. You need to move over just a little bit more. Oh, well, it doesn't really matter anymore. Wow, there was one guy left in that thing and he was not giving up. And we get tons of money for that, which is always nice. This was not well defended, was it? No. You know what? You go down there. Just take that real quick. And we'll wait for that to stop being on high alert so we can just walk on in. Oh, they built another thing there. Never mind then. They built that fairly quickly, honestly, though then again, it does take this guy a while to get here. And they surrendered. I think just before that thing exploded. Yeah, the whole wait timer that I have to deal with for blowing their stuff up is going to, I think, generally result in me not being able to quickly blow their stuff up faster than they can repair it. Oh, pirates again. You're not prepared, I don't think, so we're just going to let them raid it. Might as well. I assume sailors are for airships, troops are for for land ships and defenses. I don't even have fire extinguishers. You know what? Let's go and get them. And you go deal with those pirates. Fire extinguishers. You know what? Fine, yeah, we'll get triplanes. Oh, that's the lighter one. Okay, yep. I don't need all of you guys. You'll speed it up, but it's not needed. So, we'll just let this guy go down here and deal with it himself. Actually, you know what? You don't appear to have any other weapons other than those rockets. So in theory, I can just come down here and get more of my weapons fired on you. Gatling guns will do a decent job of just tearing through that wooden armor. And more pirates. Ooh, that's a nice big airship. Well, excuse me, land ship. It's not an airship. I was about to say it was an airship. That is definitely not true. You guys, I'm gonna have you deal with this thing. Let's pause. Okay, you go deal with the main fortification. Just find a way. You're gonna have to go down, my friend. Come on. Make your way down. Straight ahead. You need to lift up, my friend. There we go. Get unstuck. Oh no, you got something you can drop bombs on, dude. But you kind of need to actually hit the stuff you're aiming for. Move over just a little. Oh, they fell right onto those. And victory. And we get tons of money for that. Okay, you guys go here. Do any repairs you need. I have never fought the giant bees. I'm curious what that's like. Okay, there's a hive. Is that it? Just a hive? Yeah, I'm assuming it's not just a hive. Because that'd be a little weird. How effective are bombs at dealing with a hive? Oh shit, they boarded us. Bees apparently can board ships. Can they take them over? Because if bees can control my ships, that's a little freaky, to be honest. I don't think this is really that effective. But it might just be because you can't see the inside of it. Oh, you guys dealt with them. Wonderful. That's a surprise. I really didn't expect you to. Oh no, it is. Okay, it's getting smaller. It just has a ton of health. I don't know if we have the ammo. Oh, we do. Wonderful. And tons of money for destroying a beehive. I don't mind if they started a fire somewhere. It doesn't affect us. Well, technically that's not true. It does affect us. It's just not that effective. Okay, and let's go deal with... Well, I've never been successful at dealing with the mad scientist. I don't know how effective you'll be. You know what, with you only being able to use rockets, but assuming your rockets actually hit, they should hurt. Aim carefully, because the thing's not going to come anywhere close to you. And they can fire more rockets than we can, because they have two things. And there it goes. Rockets, they're very volatile. Probably not the best idea to use it as your primary weapon. But the game's gonna make me have to deal with that last little bit. There we go. And yes, this thing's a real pain in the ass. This is why I haven't been able to deal with the pirates, or with the mad scientists. This is the main threat every time. These, not so much. If you're using a land ship, they probably are, but they're not really a real threat to me. It's that thing. It's like a red alert, what is it? Tesla turret or whatever it's called. And I mean, I've tried to get over there and deal with it quickly. It doesn't seem to generally work. You. And these things eat people. So, you know, have fun with that. Well, I suppose that's one way to deal with it. Because that's not a threat anymore. Well, relatively speaking, it's not a threat anymore. I guess I should have sent people on suicide runs when I've tried this in the past. Because apparently it seems to work. Well, we lost 2 ships and 1 severely damaged and might be considered destroyed, depending on how the game... Ooh. Plus powerful explosives. How does that work exactly? Does it just result in our explosives just being more explosive and that's it? I don't know. But you guys are damaged, and you need a new you need a new big ship. And one of our smaller ones. Which I won't bother giving a name because they can't be bothered. I guess we'll check out the Stone Guardian next, and then we'll end this. Because I can't blow those things up fast enough. They build them too damn quickly. Oh, they're building an actual ship this time. Wonderful. They build actual ships. Oh no, it's a land ship. You guys were successful last time, so I'll let you actually fight this one. Aim for the ammo, and you'll just blow the whole thing sky high. You guys really need a crow's nest. Okay, now you just need to deal with the... There we go. Yeah, you know what? You guys need something. I'm gonna maybe just a quick little crow's nest, so you're a little bit more effective. And you're done. I've never fought the Stone Guardian, so I don't know what it's gonna be like. Heavy steel armor, wonderful. Flat cannon, why not? And they're coming to attack us. But now I have a crow's nest. I should be more effective at dealing with you. In theory. Well, more shots, relatively speaking, seem to be hitting, so yeah. I'll take that as a yes, it is more effective. But you guys aren't hitting the ammo nearly as quickly. There we go. Yeah, they gotta stop trying to attack there. It ain't working. Oh, they're building an Orion. I don't know what an Orion is. Oh. It's a new thing. Can't tell based off that if it's an airship or another land ship. Okay, you move down here and then we're going to deal with the Stone Guardian. And then we'll do the final attack on red and finish this video off. I might actually do a let's play of this in the future. Stone Guardian, okay, it's a giant land ship. I don't know what weapons it has, though. So, we'll see how effective we are at dealing with this thing. I also don't know how effective our bombs will actually be in damaging it. Oh, we won. We crushed it. That was easy. Once the Guardian has crumbled, your troops examine the area and find nothing of note. Some scholars suggest there is a practical geometry or religious quality about the place, but there is nothing of actual use to your empire. Okay, so it's an absolute waste of time to deal with the Stone Guardian, so just leave them be. They don't hurt you at all. Cultists. Okay, that's new. I don't recall seeing cultists before. Oh no, I wanted you to research that. Oh, well you gotta research that first. Okay, we're just gonna do the final attack on red. Also, is that, oh, it's a land ship, but this one actually has tracks. We're just gonna finish red off. Pause because I need to issue orders to you all. Oh, did they already surrender? Yes. Wow. Okay, that was a lot easier than I expected. They just decided this is the last city. Fuck it. We surrender. I wasn't really expecting that, to be honest. I expected them to actually do things. Now, I should know, because I'm using the crown here as one of the symbols on our coat of arms, I don't have to deal with the whole takeover thing. Typically, when you don't have the crown and you take over a town, you have the option. You have three options for takeover. You either do a gentle takeover, which takes longer, but it doesn't ruin the income. You can go with a brutal takeover, which is a lot faster, but I think it like halves the income for a certain amount of time. Or you can choose to just pillage it. You don't take over the city, you just take a bunch of money. But because I was using the crown, I didn't have to deal with that. I was able to just sort of waltz on in and take stuff over instantly. But yeah, so that is Airships Conquest. Links down in the description if you wanted to pick it up. Like I said, I do enjoy the game. I don't really use land ships. They just don't seem particularly effective if there's any semblance of defense there. In which case, you might as well not use them at all. Because the enemy will almost always have defenses unless you blow them up. And if you're blowing them up, you're probably going to use airships to just waltz on in and take it. So, yeah. Land ships just don't seem very useful. If there's a way to set the game up to be like land ships only or something, it might be a little bit more effective. I don't know. But yeah. So I will see you all in the next video it is that you watch on the channel. But until then, a goodbye and a quick reminder that I do have a Patreon and a Discord. Link to those down in the description if you wish to join the Discord or become a patron. But yeah, I'll see you all in whatever the next video it is that you watch. But goodbye and farewell.